Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and it is gas time, and it is gas celebration time today. Now, I had thought that we'd only gone 3 days without gas, and I checked, and it's 5, so my ability to analyse how the time goes is obviously absolutely pathetic. Fair enough. Anyway, we are going to have a look at these gas puzzles today, and this gas celebration comes with a warning because Miko Kisai, who is my Virgil in the Dante's Inferno of gas, has warned me to leave more time than usual available for this week's gas because there's some funny business going on to celebrate the first year of gas. And I haven't left more time, so let's hope I can get through them quickly. Now, before we get on to the rules of the puzzles, which will come after the advertising slot, I really do want to mention that we've got a new app available on the App Store at least. It's not out on Steam or on Android yet, but that should be coming soon. And on the App Store, we have got our new Domino Sudoku. So do check it out. If you even download the app for free, you get 7 free puzzles by Prasanna. If you download the Domino Sudoku app, you get the first 40-odd puzzles, I think it is, in Domino Sudoku, with the other 60 coming fairly soon. And, well, no, that's not true. The other 60 coming within the first year, but I think we will make that this time. There shouldn't be too much delay. So all good, and do give them a try. Domino Sudoku is Sudoku based on the rules of crop key Sudoku with black and white dots, like this first puzzle we're looking at, and XV Sudoku. So those are the main types that are involved in the app. And this app will allow us to add in other content in future. So instead of releasing whole new apps, we're going to release new types of puzzles. And we're very pleased with that. We think it will work very well. So do check it out. The first link under the video, well, the first link under the gas puzzles will be to that. Of course, there is also our Patreon content, Joseph Neymar's Brilliant Puzzle Pack, all the things we put up there. There's Discord, there's the catalogue, there's Sven Sudoku Pad, the merch, all on the links under the video. Not all of our apps, because they don't all fit once we get loads of gas rules to write, like today. But let's go through the rules of the puzzles, and then I'll take them on one by one. So I have printed out what is said on the Discord, which is this: happy birthday to gas, happy birthday to gas, happy birthday dear genuinely approachable Sudoku, happy birthday to gas. Good morning friends, it's been exactly 1 year since the very first gas was posted. Thank you to all 3,082 daily solvers and 25,319 successfully adopted dinosaurs for coming to our birthday party. For today's gas, we've made you a wee puzzle pack celebrating some of Gas's favourite Sudoku variants and deductions. There are no time standards today. Instead, everybody who finishes all 3 puzzles will receive a limited edition commemorative birthday bonus hat. Wow. You're more than welcome to share your finish time, but why not post about your favourite or least favourite gas from the past as well? Right, okay. Puzzle 1. Actually, it's interesting. My favourite or least favourite, the puzzles I tend to remember well are the ones where I've really struggled. So the one in which Sam taught me something new about crop key, which I failed to learn by myself, and the one which I finished with the wrong answer, stick in the mind from more recent times. But there have been so many brilliant gas puzzles that that's a very unfair question. Anyway, let's go through the rules here. Puzzle 1, G by Clover. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Thermo, digits along a thermometer must strictly increase, not necessarily consecutively starting from the round bulb. And the crop key pairs rules, digits separated by a black dot must be in a 1:2 ratio. Digits separated by a white dot must be consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. Then puzzle 2 is A. Let me just flick onto that. There we go. Puzzle 2 is A by Philip. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits along an arrow must sum to the value in the attached circle. Digits may repeat along an arrow if they follow Sudoku rules. And these quadruples mean that digits in a white circle must appear in the 4 cells surrounding that circle. And then we go on to the one with an S in the middle of it. You see that the puzzles have G, A, and S to celebrate gas. This is S by Sam. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits separated by an X sum to 10. Digits separated by a V sum to 5. Not all X's and V's are necessarily given. And then along the green line, neighbouring digits must differ by at least 5, the German whispers rule. So you could put 3 and 8 in there because they do differ by at least 5. Okay, then we will move on to the next day finally, June the 8th. And this one is called susurration. Now, what does Philip say? I'm sure the constraints used yesterday surprised everyone. How could Philip possibly pass up on the opportunity to make a puzzle with a snaky S whispers line? But alas, Sam begged and pleaded to be allowed to make a puzzle with his favourite constraint, and I'm such a pushover, says Philip. Or it's because Sam starts with S, or he made it first because I'm slow, or however. We have to make sure Sam has plenty of whispers puzzles to solve, so I made this one, based on a clover puzzle that may never see the light of daily Sudoku puzzles, but no one will ever know because no one reads these spoilers anyway. Bwahahaha, made you look. Today's Whispers Wednesday gas is a German whispers Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Digits in cells directly connected by a green line must differ by at least 5. It gives the solve times for hats, and all other solvers will receive a sneaky Sanpasaurus. Then we can go on to the next day, which must have been a Thursday, I guess. The world record for max ascending is hotly contested. Does it belong to Kamirita Sherpa, who holds the record for max ascents of Mount Everest with a total of 26 climbs? Or should it be given to the crew of Apollo 13, who ascended a maximum of 248,655 miles from Earth's surface? Or perhaps the record belongs to you, dear soul, for completing this max ascending Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Also, a clue outside of a row or column gives the length of the longest contiguous run of increasing digits in that row or column from the direction of the clue. For instance, if a 6 appears to the left of a row, there must be a run of 6 increasing digits from left to right somewhere in that row, such as 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. However, there must not be a run of 7 increasing digits in that row, since the 6 indicates the longest run. In this example, there couldn't be a 1 to the immediate left of the 2. That's in the 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9 example. And the dinosaur here is an ascending Acylosaurus. So then after that, we've got the next day, odd, even star Sudoku. Catch a falling star and put it in your pocket crossed out puzzle. Never let it fade away. Today's gas is an odd, even star Sudoku. Normal Sudoku rules apply. If a star contains an odd number, then the up to 4 numbers adjacent to it, so all the numbers adjacent to the cell must be even. So if there's an odd number in this star, those are all even. If a star contains an even number, then the 4 numbers adjacent to it or fewer must be odd. So if that's even, those 3 will be odd. Interesting, never seen that before. The dinosaur this time is an astronomical Acristovus. And then we get on to, we've already had one crazy day, now we get on to another day of multiple puzzles. And Philip says, welcome back to Gas 101 Mad Scientist Edition. Gas Laboratories, a division of Gas Inc., is a source of many puzzles some consider to be unnatural. Today's puzzles are the result of experimentation with clones, specifically growing cloned puzzles while rocking to Sam's Get Psyched mix, consisting of every version of the countdown clock music ever used on Countdown. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Grey regions are clones and must contain the same digits in the same relative positions. Remember that since clone cells have to be the same, they together see more cells. Oh, this is a hint. Oh, well, you can read the Discord if you want the hint. I'm not going to read any further. So that's one of the clones in this puzzle, a 4 shape, and that's the other. And in the other puzzles, yes, we get a 3 shape, and I'm sure we get a 2 shape, sort of. And then we get a 1 shape. We do. There we go. So those are the clones. There are at least 6 by 6 puzzles on that last day, but you can see why this is going to take a while. We've basically got 10 puzzles to do today. So do give them a go, or some of them, on the links under the video. And I guess I'm going to have to remember to restart my clock every time, but I've done all the introductions there, I believe. Oh, I didn't mention the dinosaur for the last day. What was the dinosaur? Le Comte du Mont Campylodoniuscus. Wow, you didn't want to miss that dinosaur. Okay, so that's what's going on, and we're going to start with the G as in gas by Clover and restart my clock, and let's get cracking finally. So, this looks like the thing that I've missed with Sam before. So that can't be 1, 2, 4, or the 2 would be surrounded by 1 and 3 as well. So we get a 4 in the middle. That applies down there as well. So the 4s are surrounded by 2 and 8 on the black side, and by 3 and 5 on the white side. Yes, that is exactly what I missed with Sam before. Funny, I mentioned that earlier. So one of these is a 2 by Sudoku, not there on a silly thermo. So there is a 2. 2 is touching 1 or 3 on that side and 1 or 4 on the other. Interesting, that's not actually resolved. So what about this thermo then? It's quite long, isn't it? This must be a 1 at the beginning, can't be a 6. So then 3, 5, 6. It's got to be those digits. It's got to be exactly those digits because we can't have 1 or 9 in those cells. This is not a 7, so that's an 8, 9. Oh, well, that's got very easy in a hurry. 1, 9, that's a 3. Doesn't fix this side, but that does fix 5 and 3 over here. Now, this can't be 1 or 2, so let's try this thermo. The minimum is 3, 4, 5, and that doesn't work, so we must get up to a 6 here. I reckon like that, and then after the 6 we get 7, 8, 9. This is a 1, 6 pair. Ooh, that's 6 on the end of a 6-cell thermo, which is consequently very easy to fill in. 9 in this box, I can see. 6, 7 pair out there. 3, 4 pair down here. A 1, 5 pair in the middle. This column needs an 8 and a 7. We can't have a 7 on a black dot. So we have an 8 touching a 4. 7, 9 pair there, that's a 7. 2 is here. 6, 8 pair. The 3 is looking across to here. This is going very well for me now, which is nice. This is a 7 to finish the column. 1 and 9 in this box. 2, 7. This is a 3, 8 pair, which I can do. Can't do the 4, 6 pair at the top, but I can put 5 in the box. I can do this 8, 6 pair now. 7 and 9 in the row. 6 and 1 in box 4. They're just done. Okay, that's good. Look, 6 and 5 have to be in these cells, and I know the order. That's also an X-wing with those, so I can fill in 5 and 6 in box 5. I've got a 4 here now, and a 7 looking at that cell, so that gets me 9 and 1. Oh, I have got an 8. What have I just done there? Don't know. This is meant to be a 2. That's what I was trying to put in. Then we've got 1, 2, 3 here. So 1, and a 2, 3 pair. 8, 7 pair here. They're done. 4, 3 here. They're not done. 7 and 8 up at the top of column 6. That fixes 7 and 6, which fixes 4 and 6. Now I've got a 4, 1 pair, I can do them. 2, 9 here, I must be able to do 3, 4, and is this the finish? It is. That's pretty quick. 3 minutes 44 seconds. I'm happy with that. Let's go on to the next days. Yes, we were specifically told there was no need to restart the timers for this one, but never mind, I'm doing it. So, okay, we've got a quad there, so 2 must be there with a 3, 4 pair. Don't know so much about 5, 6, and 8 up there. What about this one? 1, 7, and 9. I can rule 7 out of one of them. And over here, 1. Oh no, I can place these. 8, 5, 1. And the 1 can't be here, so that's a 9. Right, so that's something done in the quads to start. Now the arrows. Now that can't be 8 or 9. So it's got a 1 on its arrow, which is there. It's a 6 or 7. This is either a 2-3 or a 2-4 pair. And I stop again. 7, 5, 8, 2. That can't be a 6. So 6 is up here. And that is interesting from Sudoku. That puts a 6 here. Oh, I thought that was going to finish this arrow, but it doesn't because it's only a 2-cell arrow. That can't be a 1 actually, because of this pair. 6 or 7 there. So these two, they're from 2, 3, 4, and 5 in some order. 6, 5, 9, 1, 7. These boxes are nearly done, but not quite. So I'm going to have to get some more arrow information. Now, if that was 8, I don't know. It's more likely to be 9, I suppose. Those two are the same digit. Right, so they see all those cells, so they must be one of these cells, 3, 5, 6, or 8. Can't be 3, because this 2, 1 pair is impossible. 5, 6, or 8, and this cell can't be 1, 2, or 3. So that's 4, 5, or 7. This now can't be 4, so it's 3 or 1. That's on an arrow here. So 3, 4, 5, or 6. Oh, that was more candidate possibilities than I was hoping for. Oh, there's a 3 there and a 3 there. So one of these two is a 3. And a 2 and a 2, that's not so helpful. Don't quite know where to be looking. This must be Phillips Puzzle, it is. Oh, that's 5, 6, or 8. So this one has to be no more than 4 again. So 1, 2, or 3 there. Can't be 6 because it's looking at a 6 at the bottom. So it's either a 5 spelt 4, 1 or an 8 which can't have a 4 and is either 5, 3 or 7, 1. Bother. If it's an 8, that's a 1. If it's a 5, that's a 3. So it's not a 2 now. It's definitely odd. One of these two is definitely an 8. That means there's an 8 here. That's not helpful. Not quite making the breakthrough here. 4's in one of those cells. 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. That 5 or 8 has to be in one of these two. One of these three is an 8 by Sudoku. This is not getting me very far. What can't be there? Right, 7 is not there. So 7 is in one of these cells. Doesn't feel all that momentous. Maybe I should try harder with this one then. 6 or 7 is either, well, that can't be a 2. It's either 2, 4 if it's 6. If it's 7, it could be 3, 4 either way round, or 2, 5. But I don't know what that does to this. This has lots of possibilities, I think, unfortunately. So I'm really struggling to make progress here. I thought it was all going to become clear from this 6 or 7, to be honest. Now that digit is in one of those cells. If it's 7, that doesn't have to be 1. That could be a 4. Ah, no, it can't. Right, this can't be 7? Because that would be 2, 4. Oh no, then this could be 6, so it can be. But that can only be 7 if that's 6. So one of these two is a 6. So there's a 6 somewhere here. Oh, that doesn't fix anything. If that was a 3, that doesn't work, because then you either get 3, 6 and 1, 2, 3, which is a clash of threes, or you get 4, 7 and 1, 2, 4. So that's not a 3. Wow, that is hard to see. So that's a 1. This is 5 or 6. That 1, I don't know, this makes this 4 or 7. That hasn't fixed everything. It gives me a 1 here. That 1 makes this a 3. That makes this a 5. 8 on the in the circle. 2 down there. This is a 5. That's a 4. This is now a 6 by Sudoku. So 7 there. 2 4 pair down here. This now, is it 2 5 or 4 3? I don't know, but it's one of those in that order. And that makes the 8 3 5 pair. They're both looking at this. That's a 2. There we go. So that's everything on the arrows done now anyway. 3 8 4 across here. That's a 5 by Sudoku. We get a 2 down there. We need a 1 in one of those cells. That's 7 or 9. In fact, it's 9 because there's a 7 pair. Right, so 1 7 there might now be on the track for this puzzle at last. 6 9 8 3. We get a 4. Let's look up this column. 7 and 9. 4 and 2 still to go in there. They're not useful in box 1. This is a 3. Let's look up this column. 5 8 9 still to place. 6 7 over here. We can do those. Thought my phone was going mad, but it's not. 9 7 there. That's an 8. This is a 3. This 5 6 8. Yes, 6 is done. 5 8 pair. No, can't use that. Right, this 6 9 pair. 5 1 6 8 7. Right, let's look along this row. We need a 4. In fact, that's a naked 4. Sees every other digit. That's what I mean by that. 2 and 5 here. 9 and 3. And that's columns 1, 2, 3 nearly completely done. 7 6 here. Yes, I can do those. That fixes 7 1. 5 8. That's become a 1. 2 and 9 still to place. There we go. 1 and 6 here. 4 8 7 at the top. Can't do those. 1 and 7 there. I can do 3 8 4 now. So 4 8 7 here goes 8 7 4. Then 7 and 8 up here. That's going to fix my 5 and 8 pair. Fixes my 9 and 5 pair. And this should be the finish. There we go. 8 minutes 47. Not that quick. Right, we go on to Sam's S as in still gas. Restart and go. Okay, that can't be 8 2 or 1 9. This must be low, so that tells us all the alternating polarities. Those ones are all low. These ones are all high. I'm going to bother to mark them because it might help me. Oh, look, that can't be 8 2 or 3 7. I thought I was going to get it down to 1. This one can't have a 2 3 or 4 in it, so it's a 1 9. This one is now 2 8 or 4 6. Now, this has to be 1, 2, or 3. It can't be 4 because it would need 9 on both sides. It can't be 2, I can just see. If that was a 3, this is an 8, 9 pair. This is now 2 or 4 for the V, but it can't be 4. Right, so that is a 3, surrounded by 8, 9. This is now 1 or 4. It could still be a 4. In fact, that is not 3 7, so now it can't be a 4 because 4 6 is up there. That's a 1. That doesn't help with this digit. Oh, 1 or 4 is in that X, so that's a 2 3 X. That's quite useful. So we get a 3 in one of those. So what about this in the middle? 2 or 1 if it can't be 3. I have a feeling it's going to be 2. There's a 3 in one of those cells. Ah, this is a 2-3 pair, and we know the order. I know it's a 2-3 pair because of the 1 I've got in this column now. 3, again, is surrounded by 9 and 8. This can't be 4 now, so it's 1. Oh, maybe that's looking more like a 1 than a 2, I don't know. This is a 4-6 pair. This, don't know, random high digit. This can't be 3, 1 or 2. Oh, that's helpful. 4 there, 9 and 9 surrounding it. Now this can't be a 9, so this isn't a 4. It also can't be 3 or 2. So that's another 1. This is 6 or 7. I can't rule either out. This is 6 or 7 as well. Right, so 8 is looking up at that now. 4, 6 and 8, 9 in the central column. So that's 5 or 7. That is 2. So that's another pair in the central column. These middle ones are 1, 2, 3. So 3 has to go there, 1 there, 2 in the middle. That 1 fixes 9 and 1. Now this can't be 1 or 9. So we've got a 4, 6 pair. 5, 7 and 9 to place in these cells. That one's not 9. That's not a 4, 6 pair. So 5, 6 and 7 instead in those. There's a triple across the middle, so I get a 4. That can't be 6. That 3 and 2 has been resolved. 2, 8, 1, 3, 9. 4, 5, 6 and 7. No good to me. 2 in that box. Maybe I've got all the 2s now. I have now. There we go. How about 3s? We get a 3 in one of those. That makes that a 3. 3 in box 1 is done. In fact, that's the 3. It can't be there, and that's all the 3s done. 8 in box 2. 8 in box 5. How are we doing for 8s? 2 more to go, and we can do them. 8 and 8. There we go. Okay, so that can't be 6. So 6 in the final column is there. That's 5 or 7, and 9 is here. 9, 3, 2, 8. 3, 8, 4, 6, 1, 2. That is 5 or 7, so 9 in the top row is there. That means we can get 9 in box 4. 8. These are from 4, 5 and 7. That's not quite as helpful as I wanted. Oh, 2 there makes that 7. So the German Whispers is still going. 4, 5 pair. That's a 7. That's a 5. That's a 6. That's a 5. That's a 7. 1 there. 5 lower down. 5, 9, 3, 8, 1, 2. That's a 7 in the I wing. 4, 6 pair there. 1, 4 and 6 there. So that's a 7, that's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 5. 6, 7 still to place in this box. Can't do them by the whisper rule. 5 and 4 there. This is also 6 or 7. Oh, come on, this must be done. That is a naked 5 because of the 4, 6 pair in the box. Right, that's good. 4, 5, I hope I didn't overtype a genuine number there. 6, 4, that's now a 7. Right, that does our 6 7s, which I was beginning to get worried about. That's a 4. What have we got? 7 and 1. Oh no, something has gone wrong now. This can't be 5 or 4, it's meant to be 9. Oh, that's because I have mistyped this figure. And a 5. Oh, I've really messed this up now. Okay, I have to go backwards quite a way, I think. Was I all right here? I felt all right up to there, but now I've got a 6 looking up at that. Let's try it that way round. 4, 6, 4, 6. 5 and 4. 5, 7. 9 here. That feels better than what I was doing before. 7 and 1, 4, 6 pair over this side. 1, this is a naked 6. So that should fix all my 6s and 4s. A 1 there, and now I can do 6 and 7 here. Hopefully that is right. Wow, okay, a bit of a rescue there. 6 minutes 48 seconds, but those are the GAS, the G as in gas, A as in a gas, and S as in still gas puzzles from June the 7th, special celebratory day. So we don't often get more than one 9x9 puzzle in a day, but there we go. So next we move on to this German Whispers Susurration by Philip. Digits on the green line touching each other must differ by at least 5. So let's restart. Here we go. Right, 3 has to be surrounded by 8 and 9 if they see each other. So I am again going to mark all the high cells along the line because I want to. Okay, maybe I won't bother with the lows, which must be the other ones on that line. Now that's giving us the full set here. 6 has to be in one of those two. So 1's in one of those two. Oh, up here 6 has to be there because it can't be anywhere else. Yeah, it can only have a 1. 7 must be surrounded by 1 and 2. That digit is low, so it's 3. It's surrounded by 8 and 9, and we've got a 4-5 pair left. Okay, down here, does this have to be 6? No, that could be 6. Okay, so one of them's 6. They're touching a 1 on the line. The 1 is touching a 7. The 7 is in between 1 and 2. And then the 3 is in the other end, the other low digit, and that's a 4-5 pair, so I can do that much. Now, is that telling me anything here? Don't know, I don't think so. Oh, I can do that same sort of thing here. 7 is between 1 and 2, then that's a 1-3 pair, and we do know the order this time. Right, 1-3, 7 is between 1 and 2, 6 is touching the 1. That's an 8-9 pair surrounding the 3. That works. Okay, that was quite nice. Does that stop here? I think it does. This can't be 7, so it is 8 or 9. Can't be 6 because its two surrounds see each other. That's a 4-5 pair again, getting loads of those that I can't resolve. Got an 8-9 pair in that row. Don't know. Right, now I'm going to just colour these digits in their two different colours. I don't know which is high or low, but purple can't be low or there'd be too many lows in row 4, so purple is high. So let's highlight the purples and make them orange, highlight the greens and make them blue. There we go, so that's the correct colouring. Now that has to be a 1 as a result, can't be 2 or 3. This is a 4 surrounded by 9s. This is 2, it can't be 4 anymore because this can't be a 9, so it's 2. That makes this 7 or 8, don't know which. This is low, C's 1, 2 and 4, so it's a 3. This is 8 because it can't be 9, and that's really incredibly helpful. Right, 9, 8, that is the high digit, it's a 9. This is 3, we've got a 1 up here, that means 7 between it, 6 there, 1 there. This is 8. We can now do this 4-5 at least. That is not 1 or 2, and it can't be 4, so it's 3. And that is now resolved, 8, 9, 8. So I think, oh, apart from this, can't be 7, 9, 8, that's a 6. We've done all the digits on the lines. Brilliant. So 5, 8 pair there. Oh no, we haven't done this digit. It's a 9. I now know that. 5, 8, 3, 9, 1. 6 somewhere there. Ah, it doesn't finish. Right, 8. Oh, I hadn't done this digit on the line. 4, 5, and 6. No, 6 in the row must be there. That's 4 or 5, which is in a pair. Right, yeah. Oh no, something's gone wrong again. Because I want to put 3, 8 up there, and they're looking at those cells. Oh, it was all going fine, except it clearly wasn't. Let's go back to when I deduced green and purple. So I said, oh, green and orange, hang on. Green and purple. So I said they couldn't be purple, or they couldn't be low, or it would be too many lows. That's got to be right. So the purples are high and the greens are low. That one can't be 2 or 3. It must be 1. 3 in the corner, 1 there. 7 must come between 1 and 2. Just doing all this again. If this goes wrong again, all I can do is say, whoops. 8, 9 pair there. Don't know how they're resolved yet. That can't be 1 or 2, and it can't be 4. It is a 3. This is where I get one of my problems. I'm going to need a 3 up there, and I thought I was going to need an 8 up there too. But we'll carry on. This is 2 or 4. At the moment it can be a 4. But this is low and it's not 3, 1 or 2, so that is a 4. Surrounded by 9s. Now this can't be a 9, so that must be a 2. We get an 8 over here, so 9 there, 7 here. It feels like I'm doing all the same things again. This sees 1, 2 and 4, so it's 3. This is high, 8, it's got to be. I'm getting the same problem. Now, well, I'm getting the same problem as soon as that's an 8. And I think it's going to be 9 there, 8 there, 9 there, 8 there. And now I can't put both 8 and 3 in that cell. Oh my goodness, this is distressing and depressing. I'm going to have to go right the way back to the start and see what I've done wrong. There's nothing else for it. It's all you can do when something goes badly wrong. Wow, I really didn't leave myself enough time for this video. So, 3 has to be surrounded by 8, 9. I've got these in the right alternating cells, and they've got to obviously all be high. Six has to be there because it can't see 2 cells on. I mean, if I end up doing the same things again, 7 can't be there now, so that's right. 7, 2, 8 or 9, 3 there. That's got to be right. Now 6 is in one of those, 1's in one of those, 7 in this box. 7 could be in one of those, so it was mistaken to think that it was going to have to be somewhere there. 6 in this box could also be, okay, 6 is in one of those. I think I've understood the mistake. 1 has to be next to the 6. 7, I claimed, had to be in one of those separating 7 and 2, but it could be in one of these two. So we've got a 4, 5 pair there. Now in this, let's actually highlight the blues. I mean, I might as well take this slowly. I'm not in the, I'm probably dinosauring my way to this one. Now here, oh, purple should be orange. I don't know why I've changed it. Right, here we've got purples there, say, greens there. Again, 3 blues in this row, so they can't be blue. Purple is orange, green is blue. Right, that is correct this time. Well, I mean, it was correct before, but it's certainly correct now. Now, these two can't be 4s, so that is right. So the 4 is here, surrounded by 9s. That can't be a 4, because that can't be a 9. So this is a 1, 2, 3 set, and the 3 must be there. That's a 1, 2 pair. This has to be 8. Don't know about that yet, although I do, because I think these have to be an 8. No, that's 8 or 7. I'm not looking at the wrong parity or the wrong number. 9, 8, 9 there. Wow, really messed up. Never mind, we've got back on track. That's the 9. That's where it has to be. None of these can be 4. They are definitely a 1, 2, 3 set. 4 must be here. 5 must be in the middle. This is 6, 7, and 8. This one could be a 7 or an 8. And I mean, these I don't know. That's a 1, 2 pair by Sudoku. That's going to have to be 3, surrounded by 8 and 9. It's got to be. So 6 is here next to 1. And this is 7, isn't it? Yeah, it is. 7, 2. So that does work up here. But here, I suspect we're going to find 7 in one of those cells. I think that's what the difference must be between the two goes. Now, that's high. Can't be 7, 9, or 8. So that is 6. So a lot of this was right, of course. That's a 7. But some of it was wrong. 5, 8 pair there. This sees a 6, so it's a 1. Wow, and I mean, it doesn't look different enough, but it must be just different enough now. That, oh, this can't be 2, 3, or 4, so that's a 1. So we can put a 1 up here. Now maybe I can do this with 3s and 8s at this point. That's not a 1, so it's 2 or 3, can't be a 4. This is 7, 8, or 9, but it can't be 9 actually, so that's 7 or 8. Oh, it can't be 7, so that is an 8. This all looks like I haven't managed to change anything. Okay, what I'm going to change, hopefully, is that not having to be a 3. In fact, I can write 8 in up here. Now 3 must go there, and that's become a 2. Please let this still work. So that's a 1, 3 pair. That can't be 3 because it can't be surrounded by 8 and 9, so that's 3. These aren't 8s. That's not a 1 or a 3, so it's got to be 2. And that can be next to 7, and 1 can be next to 6, and we have made it work with 7 down there. Right, my apologies, obviously, about the foul up. 3, 8. This should all be fairly straightforward after that, but my goodness, that's taken a long time and a huge mess to untangle. But sometimes it happens. You just have to swallow hard and figure it out. That is a 5, so that's going to fix lots of 4, 5 pairs, lots of 4, 5 pairs. 4, 5, 8, 5. Then we've got 7 and 5, 7 there, 2, 4, 6 to go here. Don't know. What have we got coming down here? 4 and 6. 9, 3, 7 here. Can't do them either. Okay, we're going to have to find a naked single. There it is. And another one. Let's look up this column now. We can place 5 and 2 and 6. That should let us finish off everything else. 6 and 7 there. 7, 3 and 9, and up the first column 3, 4 and 9. There we go. 12 minutes 43. Well done, Philip. Total defeat for me again, thinking that that box was the same as this box, but the fact that that didn't exit, I think, was a huge difference. There we go. Interesting. Right, let's move on to max ascending. Okay, so the numbers outside the grid are the longest length of ascending runs in that direction. Okay, so 6 is quite a long one. And it can't hit that 1, so it must start with the 1, end with 7, 8, 9. That is 2 or 4. Down here it must end in the 9, so it starts 1, 2, 3, and that's 6 or 7. Here it ends in the 9. 1 or 2, 2 or 3, 3 or 4, and here it begins with the 1. 6 or 7, 7 or 8, 9 there. Okay, so the 6s are helpful. What about these 5s? I don't know. This one's interesting. It's either 5 there, or it runs up to the 5 and beyond. I think I'm going to do Sudoku next instead. Oh look, I've got an 8 there, so actually that fixes 7 and 6. That fixes a 6 here. I've got a 2 there. I obviously can't see these numbers. 4 there. That hasn't fixed this one, but we need a 4 in this row. It's got to be there. 2 and 5. 7 in this column has to be there. 8 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6. Okay, 8 and 5 in this row. Let's look in this column. Column 8 needs a 4. There is a lot of symmetry going on here, typical for a clover puzzle. Now, I haven't used the short clues yet, but I'm probably going to have to. 2, 7, 4. I'm trying to do this all by Sudoku, and it's getting a bit harder now. Right, so maybe the 5 clues next. 5, 7, 9, 2. One of those is a 3. Maybe the 2 clues are really important because they can almost always have to descend. So that can't be lower than that. I mean, that's not a lot to work with, but this digit is 1 or 3. 5, 4, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. I don't know. 1, 2 or 7 there. 2, 7 or 9 here. That's quite interesting. If that's a 7 or a 9, how are you going to make up this 5? I think it's got to be those 5. Because, oh no, that could be 7, 8, 9, couldn't it? Oh, it's not quite clear cut to me. That would be a 3, but that couldn't be 1 or 2. This can't be 4, 5. Oh, it could be a 6. Oh, this is tricky to finish. I mean, to get past this opening structure. Let's put it that way. Maybe in this row. That can 4, 9, 8, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 there. Let's put in the possibilities. 2, 3, 9 or 6. Now that must be in the run of 5. It can't be 9. Ah, so it's 2, 3 or 6. So can this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6? Oh, jeekers, it can. No, it can't. That can't be a 3. So that's not the end of the run. Therefore, the run carries on to the 5. So it must be those 3 and that. Yes, that's got to be right. So the run here is those cells, I believe I've deduced. That is therefore 3, 2, 1. Now that ought to help considerably. That's not a 2. So the run up here, oh, it could still be a 7 and it could be those. Right, let's do Sudoku. We get a 3 there. 5, 3, 2, 1. That's 4 or 6. That's 4 or 9. Ah, this row, that can't be a 9 anyway. That's 1 or 6. 6 or 9. Oh, we need, right. We need a 1 in this row and it's got to be there now. Oh, either way round, it's still 2. That's still the correct designation. Bother. This one, 3, 5. If that was 7, 8, 9, it would go 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 and end in a 2. But it could go 3, 5, 6 or 7, 7 or 8, 9. Oh, and I don't know. Man, these ones are getting tougher. That is not a 3. 3 is there. That's a 1, 4 pair. 1, 4, 8, 3, 7. This is a 2, 9 pair, so that fixes the middle row. This is 5 and 6. We get a 1 over here and a 6, 7 pair at the end. Right, now this does not run through a 7 there to there. So I think it must start at the beginning and finish here. So that is a 9. 7 or 8, 6 or 7 has to be a 6. That makes this a 7 and a 6. That makes this an 8 and a 4. Okay, that's worked for the middle section. So I think the rest we can probably do by Sudoku. 4 and 5 down here. Maybe we can't, but we'll see. 4, 6, 9, 8. We get a 3 there. This central column. Now, maybe I can, yes, 4, 7, 9 is impossible. That has to be lower than 4. There we go. So that's worked. 2, 1, 6. We've got an 8 here, 7 here. That's just Sudoku. 9, 7, 9, 5, 6, 5. This is a 2. This is a 1, 5 pair, and this is all a deadly pattern that must be resolved because that can't be 2, 5, 9. So we get a 1 there. 4, 1, 5, 4, 5. That's my solution. 7 minutes and 5 seconds. Let me just check. 5, 1, 9, 8, 6, 7, 2, 4, 3. Yes, that obeys the clue. So does that, I believe. Have I checked this? I did check it while I was solving. And this one, yes. Okay, so that is the solution. Wow, still got 2 days worth to do. 5 more Sudokus. This is a long gas video. Right, here we go, odd even. So whatever parity is in the stars, it's surrounded by the other parity. Let's go. Any chance, Sam, you've given me a lot of easy Sudoku to do? I doubt it. One of those is a 4. So this must be odd, and that must, oh no, I don't know which one's a 4, but this one must be odd. So therefore it's surrounded by 2, 4, 6, and 8. So the 6 is in one of those cells, the 4's in one of these, 8 is somewhere, and 2 is somewhere. So these are odd. They're not 3s actually, so they're 1 and 5. That's a 3. Then this is even as well, 2, 4, 8. This is even because of the star, which is 2 or 6. So we've got a 2, 6 pair. So these are odd. This one is odd. That's important. 5 or 7 there. So this is even, 2 or 8. These are all odd. 3, 1, 5, 7 or 9, 3, 9. Oh, I'm just going to mark them with what they can be. 7, 1, okay, 3, 5 or 9. Now that's, okay, these are obviously even, and they're going to be surrounded by odds. So that must be, they must be 2 and 6. These must be 8 and 4 because of where the odds are going in the box. So that is 3 or 7. Don't know about these. I'm going to fill in all the possibilities. This is 3, 7 or 9 in the row, so that's even, 2 or 6. So all of these are odd. Really, I should just be doing colours, shouldn't I? But it's a bit late for that now. And actually, they do come down in terms of the possibilities. That's even. That's an 8. That makes this a 4. These are odd, so 1, 3 or 9. Oh, that can't be a 5. That's a 1. That's 9. That's 3. This is 6. That's even. Can't be 6 or 4. We've got a 2, 6, 8 posse in the row. Those can't be 3s. Let's just do this piece by piece. That's 5 or 7. This has to be even. It's 2. That can't be 2. Oh, that doesn't fix the row, does it? 1, 5, 7 triple there. 2, 6 pair. So the other of 4 or 8. I presume it's there, although maybe there isn't a star to actually prove that. 2, in fact, no, I don't know. Got a 2, 8 pair in the column, so that must be where 8 in this row goes. No, where 4 or 8 in this row goes. It must be, and it must be 8. Right, that's good. 4, 8, 2, 8, 6, 2, 8. That's not 8. Right, so we're moving forward. That's a 5, which that isn't. 8, 3, 4, 2, 6. That can't be 5, and that can't be 3. So the 3 in this box, still 2 places. Rats. 2 in row 4 has to be there. That's a 6. This is 5, 7, or 9. We need a 2. Ooh, now what do we know about these? I would say, how can that be? I don't know. I don't know what these are. 3, 2, 8, 1, 9. 3, 5, 8, 6, 4. There is one even possibility for each of those. So that's probably right. These all have to be the same parity. Can they be 5, 7, 9? They probably could be. I don't actually know which way around that box works. How frustrating. One of these is a 9. By Sudoku, that's a 9. Right. So that's a 5, 7 pair. Because the ones touching this star are even. So we get a 6, 8 pair here, 4, 2 pair here. And that must be enough information to finish this off. That's 2 or 6. That's even, and it's not 6, 2, or 4, so it's 8, and it's surrounded by odds. So that's where 4 goes. 2, I don't know, in one of those cells. In fact, that's a 2, 6 pair to avoid touching the 8. So then we get a 5, 7 pair. That becomes 1. That's 5 or 7 as well. We've got the pair in the box. That's 1 and 3. I can do them. 7 in the center. 9 there. That's a 3. These puzzles are definitely harder than the normal gas puzzles. I'm going to say that. That can't be a 5. So this is a 1, 7, 9 triple. So this is a 4, 6 pair. Now, up the middle column, that's a 1, yes, 2, 6. Middle column, very helpful. 6 and 2. I think we've finished off the even digits now. Feels like it. Anyway, 9, 7, 1, 7, 5. That's a 1. We're going to finish up in the central box with all the evens, I think. That's 7, that's 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. There's so many more digits than I realised need doing. 1 and 9 here, 5 and 3 here, and that is a finish again. 6 minutes 31, not too bad, not unhappy with that. And I can move on to the last day of 5, 4 more puzzles, but at least they're all 6 by 6s. So I'll probably try and record my time for the whole set. Let's do it on my, oh no, don't I have, somebody says I have a timer somewhere that I can just use. I can't remember where it is or how to use it, so I'm just gonna use my clock because that's what I do. Okay, let's go. Actually, I'll just start the clock there we go. So 1 is missing off that bit of the clone, so that's a 1. 1, 4, 5. This, don't know, that's not the way to do it. 4's in one of the top. Oh, that is a 4. That's just given. So 3 down there and down there somewhere. That, neither of those can be a 1 in this clone. Neither can those. So that's where 1 goes in box 1. That could be a 1 though, so I can't be as confident there. This can't be a 1. 1 is in one of those 2 cells. Actually, 1's not the thing to do. So this is now a 1, 4 pair. That must be 1 or 4. 2's in one of those 2, and it can't be in the top left, so it's there. So this is a 3, 5, 6 triple. So that's a 5, 6 pair. I want to say that's a 2, but I don't think I know that. One of these is a 5. If it was there, that would be a 5. Yeah, that's possible. No, it's not. 5 in this box is there, and that's on the clone. So that's 6. 6 and 3. Oh, that 3 was a given. I could have written that in ages ago if I had any brain. That's a 3, 6 pair. This must be 3 or 6 as a result. So we can fill in 2 and 4. That's 3 or 6, so that's 3 or 6. 2 there. That's a 2 as a result. This is 5 and 3 at the top. That's a 1. That's a 4. That's on the clone. 6 and 1 by Sudoku. 6 and something else. 5 by Sudoku. 3, 6. 6 at the bottom. 3 there and 5. Right, that's the first one. We go on to the second. Let's just restart it. Right, 3. Let's do the givens and actually use them. That's smart. Now, 1 is not on the long strut, so it's down there. 2 must be in one of those cells on one of those. 3's in one of those two. And oh, we've got another given that I can't even see. 4 there, so 3 is there. 1 and 5 by Sudoku. This is a 2, 6 pair, and so's that. This is a 3. 1 is on one of those, but it could be there. These are from 2, 4, and 6, so that gives me a 2, 4. No, I've done something wrong. I haven't put 5 on this. There we go. That's 4 or 6 at the top. Can't be a 2. 1, 2, 3. One of those is a 4. Oh, that's a 5 by Sudoku. That's a 1 by Sudoku. 4 or 6 there and there. This is a 1, 6 pair, so that is 1 or 6, which makes a pair across the row. So a 2, 4 pair over there, 3 here. 5, 1, 3. That is 2, 4 or 6, which is a triple, making that a 1, that a 5. We get 1 on the clone. 6 there. That's going to fix all the 4s and 6s, I do believe. 2, 6, 2, 4, 6 on the clone. We've got a 4 and a 2 and a 6. That's a 2. That's a 6 and a 5 to finish. There we go. 1 minute 50 for that one. We go on to the next. The 2 clones. Right. Got 2s there and there. We've got a 4 there. Hopefully I've actually managed to spot all the givens on clones. 3 is not in any of those cells. And it's also not on that one. So 3 in one of those. Now we need a 2 in one of those. Got to be on the bottom one. So that's all the 2's in the grid. 4 is on one of those 2, which are those 2. Bother. This can't be 2, 4, 5 or 3, so it's 1 or 6. This one can't be 1, 2, 3, that's not so helpful. This can't be 3, 2, 4. No, this is not the way to do the puzzle. 5's in one of those 2 cells. 3's in one of those 2. No, I don't know. No, I was going to say 5's in one of those 2, but I don't know that. That's 1, 4 or 6 by elimination. 5's up there somewhere. Can that be a 1? No. So 1's in one of those. Do one of these have to be a 1? Yes, in this column it does. So one of those is a 1, and that's not. So that is. So there's a 1 in one of those two. And then definitely one of these is a 1. 2 and 3. So these are from 4, 5, or 6. Oh, it doesn't really do anything. Right. This is definitely the harder one in this group so far. That's 3 or 6. There's a 3 up there. And a 3 in one of those. 1 has to be in one of those in this box, so that's not a 1, and that is. That's 3 or 6, which probably isn't getting anything done. I still know there's a 1 in one of those two. Known that for a long time. These, what can they be? Top one can't be a 5 because there's a 5 there. So it's 3, 4, or 6. It just doesn't feel very interesting. 1, 5, that's 3 or 6. 2 and 4, that is 5 or 6 by Sudoku, and that's here. 3, 2, 4 is definitely in one of those two. So 4 is in one of those two, and that means neither of these can be 4. So one of those two is a 4. And one of these two is a 4, and it's there, which is there. Which means that's a 5, 6 pair. This is now 3 or 4. That's 3 or 4. In fact, it's 3. Okay, 4 in the corner. That's not a 3, that's a 3, that's 5 or 6. So's this 5 or 6 in both places. That's a 1, that's 5 or 6. We need a 1 in one of those two. There it is in the clone. 5 and 6 both see that cell, so it's a 3. That does things. 3, 6, 5, 3, 5, 6, 5, 6. 5 there, 6, 5, and 6. That was definitely harder. 4 minutes and 4 seconds for that piece. I'll just start off for the final one. Right, let's get the givens right, because I've been terrible at those. 4, nearly missed the 3. Can't type it. Okay, so the digit missing is not 2, 4, 5, or 1. It's 3 or 6 off the long strut. I've got roping going on here and here. I mean, you always do in these puzzles. So, oh yes, so there's a 3 up here. It must be there. Right, so that's the one missing off the strut. So, that's not a 1. So there's 1s in those cells. 3, 2, 1. That's a 3. And we can finish off all the 3s there. One of those is a 5. So this is 2 or 6. So's that. 2, 6, 3. We need a 1 in one of those two. That's the sort of X-wing on 1s. We've got one there and we've got one there. So that's not a 1. So now we can write them in. Let's get rid of those pencil markings and we can put one in there as well. I think that logic was right. 5, 6 pair there. Now what else is there? We've got 2 in one of these. I don't know. This is getting tricky. That has to be the same as that. I'm going to colour them. Which is the same one as that by the clone. And therefore it's in one of these cells. And it's got to be a 6. That'll do. Yeah, that feels right. 5's in the other two. That's going to finish us off actually, so quite a nice spot. 5, 4, and finally I'm going to come to the end of a very long gas video. 4 and 5, there we go. So what's the time on that group of puzzles? 10 minutes 55 seconds. No idea what my hat count will be. I mean, If I'm lucky, the only one where it will have been a disaster was the one where I went totally wrong on Phillips susurration, which was this one. But that was a tricky set. I'm glad to be through them, to be honest. Really nice puzzles, as always. Do recommend the Daily Sudoku channel on the Discord server. Thank you for following through with me on those, and hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.